Hello, friends of New York Times Hard Sudokus. This is March the 1st, 2023. Let's get started right away on this puzzle. Let me get into Sudoku mode. I can't even spot the first digit here. But finally, I found the 6 blocking down here, right? And the 6 blocking over. So we found the first digit, and it is here. An 8 must go over here somewhere because of the 8 blocking down, and we got an 8 blocking over and an 8 blocking down. So with all of these blocks, this is an 8. This one blocks over, therefore one of these must be a 1. We also have a 1 blocking down here, so with all of this blocked, this must be a 1. And now we have a 7 blocking up, and we have a 7 blocking over, so that makes this a 7. This 8 blocks down now, and therefore one of these squares must be an 8. So with these squares blocked by 8s, this square now becomes an 8, making these two a 4 and a 2. And since a 4 blocks up here, one of these must be a 4, an 8 blocks here, and 4 and 8 block here. So these two squares have to be 4s and 8s, making these a 2 and a 5. Just something to bear in mind. We have a 3 blocking over, and we have another 3 blocking over the other way, and we have this 3 blocking up, so this is a 3. We need a 6 for this row here. This 6 blocks like so, this 6 blocks like so, this 6 blocks like so, so this is a 6. So we need a 2, 5, and a 9 now for these 3 squares. The 9 blocks here, so one of these must be a 9, and because we have this 9 blocking over, one of these must be a 9. One of these must be a 2, and the 5 can basically go anywhere in these 3 cells, so we'll need to look elsewhere for the next digit, I think. We need a 1, 2, 4, 6, and a 9 for the bottom row. We got a 1, 2, 6 here, so these two squares must be a 4 and a 9. And therefore these 3 must be a 1, 2, and a 6. The 6 must go in one of these two squares. So we know that one of these must be a 9. And the 9 blocks over here, making one of these a 9. Therefore one of these is a 9. Let's not forget the 6s. The 6 here and the 6 here block up like this. So we now know that these two squares must be a 6 and a 9. And there are some ramifications now, because if these are 6 and 9s and the 2 blocks up here, then it follows that one of these squares must be a 2. And therefore this square cannot be a 2. These squares can't be a 2 because of this 2. This square can't be a 2 because of this 2. So this is a 2. And that makes this square 2. And these now have to be a 5 and a 9. Before we continue over here, let me just block down here with this 2 and block over here with this 2. Therefore, this is a 2. And now these are 1s and 3s. We have a 1 in the row, so this is a 3 and this is a 1. And these are 4s and 8, we know that. So therefore this must be a 5. And these, I think we remember, have to be a 2 and a 4. Therefore, these two squares now must be a 3 and a 9. So if they are 3 and a 9, then this must be a 5. So a 5 and a 9 here. We still need to find a 8, 7, and a 1 for these squares. The 8 must go in one of these squares because of the 8 here and the 8 here blocking. And the 1 blocks here as well. So these two have to be a 1 and an 8. And that leaves only one square for the 7, which therefore must go here. The 7 blocks down here, the 7 blocks over here. Therefore, this is a 7. Now, these two 7s block, like so. We got a couple of 7s blocking down. So this is a 7 as well. And we got, I think, the final 7 because these 7s block and this 7 blocks and this 7 blocks like so. This is a 7. These squares here, these are 6 and 9s as we remember, I'm sure, making these a 5 and a 3. We do have a 3 in the row, making this a 3 and this a 5. And therefore, with a 5 blocking like so and this 5 blocking the other way, this is a 5. We got a 5 blocking here and a 5 blocking up. Therefore, this is a 5 now. These two 5s block up and this one blocks over, making this a 5, like so. What else can we see? These two squares must be a 9 and a 2. We got a 2 in the column, making this a 9 and this a 2. These must be a 1 and a 6. And I think they will have to wait because I don't know how to resolve them right this instance. We still got the 4, 8 here. And we still got the 4, 9 here. Can we do something with that? No, I don't think so. 5, 9, 1, 8. Well, we have 3 cells here and they have got to be a 1, 8, and a 9 because they are the last digits missing from the row, from the column. And we do have a 1, 8 here, so this is a 9. And we do have a 1 here, so this is an 8. And we do have a blank cell here, so that is a 1. Easy peasy. And we remember the 6 9s here, don't we? So the 9 blocks over now, making this a 6 and this a 9. And therefore, this is a 9. And the other cell that we were missing here, I'm sure you remember, is a 3. 3 blocks over here, the 3 blocks up here, making this a 3. And now this square must be a 3 because 3 blocks over and this 3 blocks over the other way, so the 3 goes here. And we now have all the 3s in this grid. These are still a 2 and a 4. And therefore, this is also a 2 and a 4, and therefore this is not going to be a 2 or a 4, but we'll have to wait and see. So 1, 8 here, 4, 9, and a 5. 4, 9, and a 5 for these squares. 5 and a 9 can't go here. So this is a 4, making this a 4 and this a 9 and this a 9 and this a 5 because we analyzed that to death already, didn't we? Let's see if we can find a 6. No, a 6 has to go here or here and here and here. What about 1s? Here or here? No. So I think I'll have to look somewhere else. What are these squares? They have to be a 2, 8, and a 5. We got an 8 and a 5 here, so this definitely is a 2. And this is now an 8 or a 5. We got an 8 in the row, so the 5 must go here and the 8 here. Two, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. And these have to be a 6 and a 2. We got a 2 blocking, so this must be the 6 and this must be the 2, and this therefore is a 6 and this therefore is a 1. This square must be a 4, making this a 4 and this a 2 by normal Sudoku rules. 4, 8 still here, 1, 8 still here. Here's a single cell, and that has got to be a 4. And therefore, this is a 4 and this is an 8. This is an 8 and this therefore must be a 1. This also must be a 1 and this must be a 9. We did have to apply a little bit of logic here, and I think the puzzle was more difficult than yesterday's puzzle by the New York Times. But we did manage, and I'm happy we did. I hope you followed all the way to the end and that you also liked it and will come back for more soon. Thank you for watching and bye for now.